Hello everyone. Today I'll be sharing with you a tool that completely changed my life. And this is what I call a gratitude list. And what do you mean by gratitude list is whereas you start writing like some sort of a list where you are grateful about your life, where you are thankful about your life, you know. And honestly, this completely changed my life. And I will share you my journey and why I'm recommending this and how this really changed my life. So first of all, I will tell you like how you can write the gratitude list. And I will talk in the fourth point, my journey, as how really it helped me and how long I was writing a gratitude list. Well, like how you can write a gratitude list is simple. You take a piece of paper and then you just write down things that you are really grateful for your life. You know, what are the things that you feel thankful, you know? You're alive, you're breathing, and you have a healthy body, and you have a roof over your head. You know, you have food to eat, whereas some people are dying without food right now, you know, and you have money, and whatever you can be grateful, you have your parents. Whatever you can be grateful about in your life, you can start writing down everything, you know. This really helps you to rewire your brain in order to see the good in your life rather than focusing on what's going wrong in your life, you know. Remember, wherever your energy, wherever your focus goes, energy flows. You know, if your focus is always on what are the things that going bad in your life, you'll be constantly thinking about that, which is that's what like really energy flows in your life. And so it's important that you are focusing on what you can be grateful about your life, you know. So ideally, the second thing is if you can do this gratitude list in the morning, that would be amazing. You know, that's how I wrote down in my journey. I wrote it in the morning because that really set my day, because you start your day with gratitude. Isn't that amazing? Because gratitude is a very higher state of consciousness, and that really bring you into the right perspective. Sometimes we are so caught up with what is going wrong in our lives rather than we completely forget how much we can be grateful, how many things you literally have in your life to be grateful about. You know, like, come on. Even the fact that you're breathing itself is amazing. You know, I mean, look at your system. Breathing happening on its own and your heart, like how many things you can go on, like counting how many blessings you have in your life that you complete. And if you can't see that, it's a crime, you know. And then the next one is how this really helped and changed my life is that I was not doing this gratitude list in a very mechanical way. How I did was like I really feel it. I really felt that gratitude inside me, like I really felt it. Like when I was writing down, I remember like I was getting tears. Sometimes I stopped writing and I cry. And it was always happening. Like whenever I was started writing down my gratitude, I end up crying. You know, so it's very important. You're just not writing down just to finish your list. You know, you're not doing that way, but rather you're just writing it. You really feel it. You don't have any like in a hurry so that you finish it off and you can just tick it that you finished gratitude list. No, rather if you can just feel it in your heart, that would be amazing. As I shared with you always, like whenever I'm writing down the gratitude list, I always end up crying. And then I cry for another 10 minutes or so, like I really feel it fully. You know, if you're not getting tears, then you're not doing it right. Like You really need to feel it. And then the next one, fourth one, how did I start this and what was my inspiration? Well, I had a coach, an NLP coach, when I was like 2012, somewhere around that. And she said she wanted me to write a gratitude list. At that time, I was very resistant. I was very reluctant to do that because I was complaining everything that I have. Like I was constantly complaining in my life. Like I was like, I didn't even like when I first started this journey, like my coach shared that you need to write a gratitude list. Sometimes I was waiting for so long until to come up with one thing that I did because I was so trained in order to see what is going bad in my life rather than what is good in my life. This tool, what it really does is it really rewires you to see the good in your life. It really trains you. It really it really conditions you to see the good in your life. That is what's the most important. Like if you take in default, what we are being conditioned to see is what's going wrong in our lives, So that's why I couldn't really come up with something to be grateful. When I started this journey, honestly speaking, this really changed my life. To be an unhappy and complaining person to be a really happy person. And honestly, I'm still writing the gratitude list. I will show you my diary where I'm writing this gratitude list. Okay, like you can see here, like where is my gratitude list. So, and so I'm still writing that. It's been 10 years that I learned about this tool, and this completely changed my life. How it really helps you is that you start really conditioning yourself to see the good in your life rather than bad. Like let's say you are writing 10 things. So like for you to come up in the next day another 10 list, you need to come up with them. So during the day your focus goes where your focus tend to go and start seeing what you can be really grateful because you need to write it down in the next day. So your mind, you're just rewiring yourself to start seeing that. That is the underlying thing about this. I hope you get it, and that's why I continued this because this really helped me to to stay focused. Because you can always, there'll be million of things. Always you can always focus on the other way. You can always complain, but you can't forget how many blessings you have in your life. So yeah, and the next thing is, this is in the consciousness map, gratitude comes very high. If you people who are in gratitude are quite conscious, very high. That's a high state of consciousness. So it's very important. You bring, at least if you don't feel that in your life, at least you take some time in order to be grateful in your life. It's very important. Because otherwise, sometimes I tell my clients, if you can't see the blessings in your life, it's a crime. So it's very important that you see the blessings in your life. And then the next one is, this is a very powerful tool if you want to heal a relationship. Why I'm telling this is, in the beginning, I remember when I went to the coach, I sometimes felt like there were times that I had conflicts maybe with my parents, and sometimes I had disagreements with my dad, and so I felt so frustrated and unhappy and complaining, and so I had a relationship which I didn't have a very good relationship with my dad. So I had to really heal that relationship. So my coach shared with me something very interesting, and she shared that you need to start seeing what you can be grateful for your dad, what you can be appreciative of him, what they're doing. So now I really need to rewire myself to see what he's really doing, what I can be appreciative of him. So that really changed my life, Like, as a teenager, sometimes you become rebellious and sometimes you get into conflicts with your parents and all that. At that time, I was like, I couldn't really see the good in him, but rather I was seeing the worst, I couldn't see. And this tool really helped me to heal my relationship with my father, and that it really made a huge difference. I really had to find ways how I can be appreciative of my dad. So if you have a relationship which you feel that like which is not so in harmony, and if you feel like you have very conflicting relationship with someone, I urge you to, if you want to heal that relationship, start seeing what you can be appreciating of that person and write them down. Maybe 2 points, maybe 3 points, especially if you feel like you are not healed with your relationship with your father or mother or anyone in your life. If you want to heal that relationship, go ahead and write this down. And that would make a huge difference. Remember, this helped me to heal the relationship with my father. That really helped me. There are clients who came to me and said that, yeah, this really helped me to heal my relationship with my parents, and sometimes with their partner, with the sibling. So I really urge you to, this tool is powerful if you really do it consistently. Some of the people, they just start doing it, but then they just stop after some time because they want some quick fixes and all that. No, you need to do it consistently, and then only you will start seeing results, because then you are rewiring. It's a long-term process. This tool, honestly, might take 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, so it doesn't take much of your time, but makes a huge difference, sets the energy for the whole day. So remember, this is the most powerful point I want to emphasize, that if you have a relationship which is in conflict, I really urge you to do this to heal that particular relationship. Once that is healed, you can move on to another person, or you can just write down general things which you are grateful about your life. Okay, 7th point. If you feel like you're a person who is very much complaining all the time, this is really good, because 10 years back, that's how I was. I was constantly complaining about everything, about my people, about even the, let's say the university or whatever, I was going through at that time. I was I wasn't feeling happy. I was constantly complaining about everything, about the money, about how it's my studies and everything, so this really helped me to rewire myself. This is for me to become more happier and a person who feels gratitude. I can see that people, when they're honestly, not many people are very grateful, so it's very important that is not our default. Our default is mostly to complain and just to see what's going bad in our life. Remember this point. Wherever your focus goes, energy flows. So if you're constantly thinking about what is going wrong in your life, then that is what you're going to focus on. That's where your energy flows, and then you will feel bad. And when you're complaining, you feel so drained. But when you are in gratitude, you feel so full, you feel so uplifted. You're in such amazing energy, and that really just, that energy is contagious to other people. And so that is what I want to share with you all, my journey with the gratitude list of writing for 10 years and how that really helped me. And that's about it. If you think that you derive value from this particular video, like subscribe to my channel so you will stay tuned with my videos, and also if you find value, then just like this video so that it will spread around other people as well. So, and that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. So have a great day and take care.